feels like she's not really being present, and I feel like this relationship is blocking her from her really finding her true self. If that makes any sense. I don't know if that makes sense. You can write in the comment section. So yeah, because she wants to grow, she wants to mature. See her with Queen of Cups specifically, but it's stopping her. Okay, this one, Ace of Crystals. I did say I see a breakup happening, and I saw it in April of this year. I think it might be April next year. Hi everyone, welcome back to my lifetime. My name is Hallie, so grateful to have you all. Let's get into this video. I'm really excited to be doing this. I'm doing a couples update on two couples that have been making a lot of rumblings recently. If you want to request a video, I will automatically make it unless it goes against my guidelines. Please become a member. That's how I will automatically make it. Other great perks to being a member, so check those out too. I'm really grateful to have you all. I just want to say, if I'm not the reader for you, which is totally understandable, I'm not for everybody. Everybody's not for me. If I'm not the reader for you, if you find something about me annoying, if you don't like to watch me, please discontinue watching me. There's so many other tarot readers that I'm sure will match your description of what you're looking for, especially in this world of abundance. That's what I love about technology. It's so abundant. There's abundant videos of tarot readers. If you are looking for something else, go ahead and find it. If I'm not the one for you, it's okay. Move on. I just want to say that because I've had some criticism about me putting personal stories in. Some of you love it, some of you don't. It's how I flow as a reader, and I'm not changing that. I take criticism constructive. If I speak too low, let me know. Stuff like that. You know, if I need to change the intro, if the intro's too long, stuff like that. But changing who I am, my personality, for somebody else, I'm not doing it. I'm 35 years old. I'm just not doing it. I'm not going to sacrifice who I am for anybody else. So let's get into this reading. I'm doing, like I said, couples updates. I'm using the Star Child Tarot. I love this tarot deck. The wonderful illustrator / author gave it to me. Her name is Danielle Noel. Really, really awesome and so talented. Check her work out. Okay, so I have decided to do this about two couples. The first one is Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. And I have been saying from the beginning, I said that I think a lot of Taylor's relationships are PR. This one I think is the most PR. I think she actually did love Joe. I think just the end kind of the end of their relationship became quite dicey, and that's when she felt like she needed to use PR. So I think, and I did say this, she needs a shield from a lot of the stuff she's going to put out. And I go back and watch those videos. I found them to be very insightful, especially I think the older she gets, you know, as a woman with the same age, me and Taylor, and the older you get, you know, you do see people saying, oh, why are you so single, or this or that, and, you know, if you don't have a strong sense of self, it can make you feel bad about yourself. For me, I love my 30s. 30s are the best ever, and I'd rather, you know, I see people, and I'm not judging them, this is just my personal experience. I've seen people have kids too young. I come from that, my family, my belief, and I wanted to break cycles. So that's why I don't mind if people ask, because I'm just like, I don't have anything to prove to you. But I don't think Taylor, and I'm not saying I'm better than her, and I don't have as many people to answer to as she does. But I don't see her having that strong sense of self to be able to not care that she's still single at 35, you know, especially being from the South. I think she has that mentality, or not necessarily from the South because she is from Pennsylvania, but having that country background and her parents being married young, I think she does feel inadequate about not being married. by now, you know. So with Queen of Wands, Five of Cups, and Five of Swords, this is the relationship. I see her wanting to be adventurous, doing things alone a lot. I don't even think that they really speak that much. In fact, I think they hardly speak. I think she's on her self-discovery journey, which I'm very proud of her for, because it's not easy, you know, being in the limelight like that and having people constantly ask you, like I said, ask you when you're getting married, have this, have that. You know, when you're having kids, you better be careful. You better make sure you have kids before you're 40. That kind of stuff. It's really hard to have kids over 40. Your eggs will not. And this is the thing. This is how I've felt since I had I don't want to get too much into that story, but in my late 20s, I was in a relationship, had a situation happen to me, and from that moment, I decided I will definitely wait for the right person. Even if it is until I'm 50, I'll freeze my eggs, and I'd rather wait, because, you know, we put so much emphasis on, oh, you're ready when you're biologically ready. And so it's like, okay, so why aren't 15-year-olds having kids, you know? And I saw a comment on social media that was very disappointing. And it's by one of the housewives that I usually like. I'm not going to say which one. But another housewife was speaking about how she wished she had waited to have kids. And I totally agree with that. Like I said, I've seen some people I know, I'm not going to say who, have kids early, and it changes the trajectory of your relationship, your life, everything. And I'm not saying that the person I have children with is perfect, but that they are mature enough. And likewise, I'm mature enough too. So I saw this comment. She said, "You will know your eggs are the best when you're in your 20s," and that's not the point of having children. You know, is that the point of having children? We can have children in our when we're 15, 16. But, you know, we judge that. We judge that because the person's too young. So I just think we need to get out of the mindset of, okay, your eggs are this, your eggs are that. I'm sure it is more difficult, obviously, to be older and be pregnant. But I'd rather have quality than just be in a rush to be married and have kids, you know. I don't know if that makes any sense. And I would give this some advice to her, you know, not that she's in a rush, but it just feels like she's not really being present. And I feel like this relationship is blocking her from her really finding her true self. If that makes any sense. I don't know if that makes sense. You can write in the comment section. So yeah, because she wants to grow, she wants to mature. See her with Queen of Cups specifically, but it's stopping her. Okay, this one, Ace of Crystals. I did say I see a breakup happening, and I saw it in April of this year. I think it might be April next year. You know, time is fluid, it does change. But I do know that it has been prolonged because it hasn't been going as smoothly behind the scenes as we think. I do definitely think it's PR. I do think there's a contract. I think that contract was real. That was put out there. And somebody in the comment section, sometimes I don't reply to certain comments if I disagree with them, whatever, is what it is. But I saw this comment and somebody said, yeah, why would such high profile people still need a high profile relationship? And I'm like, listen, that sounds like a common question, right? It sounds like a question that makes sense. But as somebody that has dated a publicist, two famous people, I'm going to tell you right now, most famous people use their partner or whomever they're with. Look at Alec Baldwin, you know. In my opinion, his relationship is very much PR based. You can just tell from the beginning. It was very much an arrangement because a lot of their livelihood is based on who they're dating. How much, you know, it's very deep. It goes very, very deep. And you would think you're very famous. Why do you need to be more famous? But that kind of thing comes at a price. And a lot of the time, it's that person's livelihood and well-being. So I think that's why she tries to control, especially her dad. I see her dad controlling who she's with, so forth, to keep the money so she doesn't end up, quote unquote, like a Britney Spears, you know. But I do see a breakup happening soon. I see a fake. I did see this. I see a fake proposal. I don't think he wants to do it. But her side of the family, is like very big on, okay, let's do this fake proposal, and then we'll break up, and we'll say he broke her heart. And he's like, no, I don't want that. I don't want to be a heartbreaker. I want to come out as a good guy. But contractually, I think he already signed up to be the bad guy at the end. So let's get into Beyonce and Jay-Z, which this relationship has been going very interestingly. I've been accurate a lot about them. Check out some of my readings I did before. So I just want to put up some energy in light of Diddy being arrested, in light of all of this stuff happening. A lot of people, including myself, have predicted that Jay-Z is next. And, people love to think Beyonce is so innocent. And I love her music. I think she's extremely talented, very beautiful. But she is no angel. And we're going to start to see that, So I want to pull up the energies and what is around them right now, what the temperature is. So with Akashic Records, the Temperance, Sagittarius card, and Knight of Swords. So they're checking out, and she did say she does this, Knight of Swords, about social media, checking out social media. I saw there was like a trend. I went on her page, her Instagram page. I don't know how it ended up there because I don't usually check out her page, but I think I saw like a clip and it took me to her Instagram page. And I saw a lot of comments saying she knows. And I was like, are they singing like the J. Cole song, one of my favorite songs of all time, She Knows? It's such a good song. And then I saw this video on TikTok and Instagram. It was like, She Knows, and they said Sean Carter and Beyonce knows. I think it's a bit of a stretch, as the internet loves to do, saying that the song is about Beyonce knowing what Jay-Z's been up to, that she knows all his secrets, which is very possible because a lot of the industry has known that Jay-Z is very much like this, very much like a gangster type. But I do remember my video that I did last year about Diddy. I did it on Thanksgiving Day, where I predicted a lot of what's happened. I predicted class action lawsuit. I predicted he would be arrested in September. I predicted a lot, so check that out. But a lot, excuse me, sometimes I lose my train of thought. But, oh gosh, I can't believe I forgot what I was going to say. Basically, Beyonce has watched Jay-Z. She's watched him be this person. And if you're from New York, like I am, or you're from LA, you've heard things, you've seen things, and it's only inevitable. It's only a matter of time before Jay-Z's next. I think he's trying to hide. That's why he's checking the temperature of certain things to see, like, can I come out now? When can I come out? And right now, they're flooding social media. I just remembered this story. I told my friend this a while ago. During COVID, I went down like a rabbit hole, obviously because I had nothing else to do. I made lots of videos and I just went down a rabbit hole. But I was watching a clip of Jay-Z and Beyonce. I was watching Jay-Z watch Beyonce perform. She was in the gold. It was an MTV Awards show where she wore like the gold shorts. She was wearing gold. It was like a gold crop top, gold shorts, and short blonde hair. It was in curls. And she was getting ready. He was watching her. And the way he watched her was like a pimp watching his, I don't want to say the word because it's not very nice. But a pimp watching what he was going to sell. Like as though he owned her. And it always stuck with me, that image. It always stuck with me. And I told my friend that. And he was like, oh, that's very extreme. And doesn't see that extreme now. I just think Beyonce has always been held back by Jay-Z. She's been owned, she's been controlled. And it's worked for them up until now, So with Ace of Cups, I see him, like I said while I was telling my story, he is going to use her. That's what made me think about that story, is him being her pimp. He's going to use her to flood social media. The Levi's thing, the this, the that, the that. All these products that they're pushing right now. She hasn't pushed a product in a very long time, but all of a sudden, did he get arrested? She's pushing all these products. Interesting. So he's going to use that as a way to be like, I love her. We're together. Ace of Cups publicly announce his love for her and publicly say we're meant to be together. Publicly be like, she's my soulmate, she's my this. But in actual fact, I don't even think that they live together. I don't think they've lived together for 2 years at this point. I think there's a lot of tension. And her mother is encouraging her to leave him. Let's see. Yeah, her mother's encouraging two crystals, serenity, clairvoyance to start a new life. The thing about Beyonce, and I've said this before, you know, she is on the spectrum, I believe. In fact, I know 3 people that I have asked, that have worked with her, and I've asked, hey, Beyonce on the spectrum, because I figured it out one time. I don't know why, it just came to my head one time. Not that it's bad, it would just explain a lot. In fact, I knew a dancer that worked with her that said that she would see a dance once or twice and be able to do it all over again. Now, if you've ever been in entertainment, you know that's not easy. So, a lot of people that are on the spectrum are very musically inclined. They can see things and want to get it right. You know, they're very talented people. In fact, Mozart was on the spectrum. And it also explained her need to control a lot of her aspects about herself, you know, because people on the spectrum tend to have OCD when it comes to stuff. I'm not that educated in it. I'm just from what I've seen and what I've heard from specific websites and WebMD, stuff like that. Not WebMD, but you know what I mean. Stuff like WebMD describing being on the spectrum. So that's why I believe that she is. And these 3 people confirm that for me. And I think because she is on the spectrum, it's hard. Being in a relationship with Jay-Z kind of sheltered her from having to say anything, because he's very good at marketing. He's very good at putting out an image that's not true, that's not real. And it helped her live out her dream of becoming famous. But I do think, and this is not true to all people on the spectrum because they are people just like the rest of us, she delved in the dark side of Hollywood. And I think now the dark is coming to light, everybody's starting to see it. But her delving in the dark side really puts her in a position where now she's not seen as Jay-Z's victim, but she's seen as his accomplice. And I think that's why there's friction between the 2 of them right now. Because she wasn't aware of the full extent of how much of an accomplice Beyonce was to Jay-Z. So let's see the outcome. I did say, and check out my readings before, I saw there being a divorce. She's going to focus on home. He's focusing on money. They've just outgrown each other. The Chariot, 5 wands in reverse, and King of Crystals. They've just outgrown each other. And the unfortunate part is that they have things on one another. You know, lots of Hollywood couples do this. They stay together because they have blackmail on each other, and they've seen each other at each other's worst. They know each other's horrible secrets. Not just Hollywood couples, a lot of couples do that. But at the end of the day, they have children to raise, and if they want more for their children, especially because Jay-Z is going to go down, which I see her moving to Europe, I've said that, to avoid any of this. It's time for them. It's bad all around. And it's very sad that when people do these things, they don't think about their children. But it's bad all around. And I see him moving to Europe, disappearing. And I'll do a video on his fate and his future very soon. But he's not going to get away with what he's gotten away with before. Let me tell you that. So that's what I have for you guys. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Please like the video. Take care.